when it comes to conversing, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year. Happy New Decade. Don't come over here with all that bullshit about it ain't the new year yet. Don't nobody give a damn about that. I understand all that, but I'm still saying Happy New Year. I'm still the old. I'm walking with that old shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to addressing the elephants in your circus, you got to stick to the elephants in your circus. You can't be looking over there in the other tent saying, but what about their elephants? Because, see, them elephants in your circus that you're ignoring would trample all over your ass. And within the culture that I grew up in, the race that I grew up in, the gender that I grew up in, it is so easy for them to not focus on the elephants in that particular room under that particular tent, because it's like, okay, but what about theirs? What about theirs? Theirs don't live under your tent. The ones that live under your tent is what you should be focusing on, what you should be feeding, or what you should be starving, what you should be addressing. Because not addressing those elephants is why they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And have you ever seen an elephant go mad? We've all seen an elephant go mad. And when it goes mad, it cannot be stopped until somebody puts a bullet in it. And I hate to see that, because while it is the biggest and strongest animal in the jungle, it can be the most gentle and most lovingness. But it has to stop being ignored. It has to stop being ignored. And until we address the elephants in our own house, the problems are going to keep on existing. A lot of black men like to say, stop talking about black women should stop talking about us and stop doing this to us, XYZ, all of that. But other black males won't address black males. You want to address the men that are in your culture, and you like to say that the women are lying when we speak about what's going on, the harm that is done to women and children at the hands of a man. You don't want to address that, but it's always you're lying about this and that. No, no one is lying. We live these experiences, and that's why we are talking about it. It's not that we're talking about you. We're talking about the experience that has happened at the hands of you. But you guys don't want to address it. You don't want to look at it. And even many of you that have been harmed by another, you don't want to address it at all. It's like, shh, don't talk about that in front of mixed company. But guess what? Even though I'm saying don't worry about what's going on in the other tents, that shit is happening within those other tents with those males also. And the shit has to be addressed, what men are doing to the society, to the people within the society, to each other. You have to sit down. You have to start addressing what is being done, what needs to be corrected, and you have to correct from within. If you don't want other people coming around putting a fucking rope around your elephant's neck and taking them down, it has to be addressed. It has to be addressed. No one is shitting on you at all, but we're talking about it, and we're not going to stop talking about it. We've always talked about it. And in the age of social media and the internet, it's worldwide now. Everybody gets to see what is going on up under each tent. Up under each tent, people are talking about it. What the black women do to each other, how we will drag each other for the sake of being one version of a pick-me. That has to be addressed too. A woman is a woman. There are all different types of women. So for women to run around shitting on each other because you think that your poop and don't stink, baby, use a lie. Use a lie. It stinks, and it's filled with it's dead ass feces. It's feces. It's nothing nourishing about that. So all of these elephants have to be addressed amongst this entire culture. No one wants to address the elephants. They want to push them big motherfuckers in corners and hope that don't nobody see them. Yes, they see them. Yes, they feel them. So when are we going to start talking about it? When are we going to start talking about it? Because the less we talk about it, the more it's going to keep happening. And even when we're talking about it too, the shit is going to happen. It's going to happen until a person starts to stand up to say no. I ain't gonna let you treat me like this, baby. Baby, you ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm going to defend myself at all costs. I'm going to preserve myself. I'm going to preserve myself. I'm going to fight your ass to the ground about me. But I mean, my culture be such in an uproar when things are discussed that they say are being discussed in mixed company. Motherfucker, you don't even want to talk about it in front of unmixed company. You never want to talk about it. So never talking about it ain't fixing the goddamn problem. It needs to be talked about and addressed. So what we talking about? Because not talking about nothing is killing folks. Talking about shit is killing folks. You got folks scared to open their mouth because of fear of so many different things. But keeping your mouth closed about the situation is not making it any better. We have trans people being killed at the hands of men. We have, at the hands of men, because ain't no women killing trans men. Ain't no women doing that. We have women being killed at the hands of men. We have women being kidnapped at the hands of men and women within this culture. We got a whole bunch of shit going down. We have men being abused by other men. We have girls being, when I say abused, I mean sexually molested by other men. We have boys being sexually molested by other men. We have other men that are bullying other grown ass men, like the gang life shit. We got so much fucking shit going on up under our tent that don't nobody want to talk about, but then want to say, stop talking about the black people. The black people ain't talking enough about themselves, nor fixing the problem that's in-house. You got to fix the problem that's in-house, or at least try to play like you're fixing the problem that's in-house before you reaching out and before you pointing over there saying, but look at them. We can't see them. We blind, baby. We blind. We got too much shit going on under this tent. All the elephants is in front of the motherfucking doorway to get out. So can't nobody get out and can't nobody come in. We got to address this shit to shrink them elephants down. We got to shrink them down. Ain't no more room and space, no time to be looking at nobody else elephant saying, what about them? What about you? Because you live up under this tent. And it's stanking this motherfucker. And we crowded in this bitch. So what we gonna do in 2020?